Good morning or afternoon, everyone, and welcome to my presentation. First of all, I want to say thank you to God because I have finished the video for this seminar proposal. Before I deliver my presentation, I would like to thank you to Prof. Agung Darmawan Bugtadi, MM PhD, and Mr. Muhammad Yusuf, SIMM, as my lecturer who guided me to the end. Let me introduce myself. My name is Gabriela Melina Widiasi, and I'm from Management Study Program 2020, Faculty Economic, State University of Jakarta. Today, I will present my thesis proposal about company size as a moderation of the influence of liquidity and solvability on BPR profitability in the Tangerang district. And next, I will explain a few parts. The first is the introduction, and the second, literature review, and last, research method. And this slide are explained about research background. The existence of new businesses that are developing causes business competition to become increasingly competitive. Over time, the condition of the banking sector in Indonesia has also experienced many changes. Economic development activities cannot be separated from the role of banking, because banking plays an important role in the growth and stability of the economy. Each bank has different level of liquidity, solvability, profitability, and company size. And this can have an impact on a bank's performance. Previous research has shown the influence of liquidity and solvability levels on a bank profitability. However, there are inconsistent results between one researcher and another. And this is a BPR ROA Tangerang District graph. This BPR graphic show us the ROA graph that there was a downward trend from 2020 until 2022. In 2020, the ROA level was 2.78%. Then in 2021, the ROA level was 2.66%. And lastly, in 2022, the ROA level fell again to 2.14%. And next, this slide are about cash ratio of BPR in Tangerang District and capital adequacy ratio at BPR in Tangerang District. The first one is cash ratio BPR in Tangerang District. The graph shows that there was an increase in 2020, then there was a decrease in 2021 to 39.61%, and it rose again in 2022 to 40.71%. And this is a capital adequacy ratio graph that shows us an increase from 2019 to 2020 of 11.59%. This results in the capital adequacy ratio level in BPR Tangerang District in 2020 being 64.79%. Then there was a downward trend in 2021 and 2022. In 2021, the capital adequacy ratio level was 64.72%, and in 2022, it fell again to 51.20%. And this is a research focus. The first one, the influence of liquidity on the profitability of rural bank in Tangerang Regency in the 2019 until 2002 period registered with the OJK website. And the second, the influence of solvability on the profitability of rural bank or BPR in Tangerang Regency in the 2019 until 2022 period registered with the OJK website. And the third, company size is able to moderate the relationship between liquidity toward profitability of BPR or rural bank in Tangerang Regency in the 2019 until 2022 period registered with the OJK website. And the last fourth, company size is able to moderate the relationship between solvability toward profitability of BPR or rural bank in Tangerang Regency in the 2019 until 2022 period registered with the OJK website. And next is research question. The first one, does liquidity affect Royal Bank profitability in Tangerang Regency in the 2019 until 2022 period? And two, does solvability affect Royal Bank profitability in Tangerang Regency in the 2019 until 2022 period? And three, does company size able to moderate the relationship between liquidity toward Royal Bank profitability and Tangerang Regency in the 2019 until 2022 period? And fourth, does company size able to moderate the relationship between the solvability toward Royal Bank profitability and Tangerang Regency in the 2019 until 2022 period? And this slide are explained about research objective. First goal, to empirically test the effect of liquidity on Royal Bank or BPR profitability in Tangerang Regency for the 2019 until 2022 period. And the second goal, to empirically test the influence of solvability on Royal Bank profitability in Tangerang Regency for the 2019 until 2022 period. The third goal, to empirically test whether company size is able to moderate the relationship between liquidity and Royal Bank or BPR profitability in Tangerang Regency for the 2019 until 2022 period. And the fourth goal, to empirically test whether company size is able to moderate the relationship between solvability and Royal Bank profitability in Tangerang Regency for the period 2019 until 2022. And the research benefit consists of two. There are theoretical and practical. The first one, theoretical. Increase knowledge about problems that have never been researched before and be used as reference material for future researchers who raise the same problem. And the second one is benefit of practical. Increase the knowledge and insight possessed by researcher and become a means of applying theory regarding company size as a moderator of the influence of liquidity ratio and solvability ratio on profitability in conventional Royal Bank or BPR registered with the OJK website. And the second, for practitioner from the industry concern, it is hoped that this research can be a source of information regarding the picture of Royal Bank and Tangerang Regency in previous years to help with funding decision. And these slides are explained about literature review. The supporting theory. The first one is signal theory. Signal theory is a step taken by a company to provide clue to investor regarding how management view the company prospect. And the second one is agency theory. Agency theory is a contract between one or more people that involve other people to carry out the principal interest through delegation of authority to produce a decision. The first one is profitability. The definition of profitability is a financial performance index that aims to measure a company's ability to generate profits. The indicator of profitability or proxy that I use for measure profitability is ROA or return on asset. And this is a stage from where say in paragraph 2013. Effective and efficient banking management policy aims to ensure profit growth and require up-to-date knowledge of financial market, which is the basis for a bank's profitability. And next is liquidity. Liquidity is the bank's ability to fulfill its maturing obligation, meet credit requests, and meet funding requests from deposit customer. The indicator that I use for measure this liquidity or proxy that I use to measure this liquidity ratio is cash ratio or ratio cash. The cash ratio is measured by total cash divided by for the cash ratio, the formula is cash plus activa divided by current liability times 100%. And Raffausia are said a high cash ratio value can mean that the rural bank has a larger amount of cash funds. So the rural bank is less likely to use funds from external party. And this is a research hypothesis. The first one is the effect of liquidity toward profitability. Liquidity is a ratio that measures a company's ability to meet its short-term obligation before the due date. One ratio that can be used to measure liquidity is the cash ratio. The higher the cash ratio value, it can be said the cash supply is greater. However, a cash ratio level that is too high will have a negative impact on banking profitability, because cash does not circulate and only settles in cash. The previous research states that the cash ratio variable has a significant and positive effect on profitability, said by Sibagaria and Prima 2023, Tanan 2020, and Yulistiani and Suryantini 2016. And another one, previous research states that the cash ratio variable has a significant and negative effect on the profitability of Herawati and Kanta 2022 and Situmorang 2023. So the hypothesis 1, the liquidity has a significant positive effect on the profitability of rural bank or BPR in Tangerang Regency. And the second is solvability. The solvability ratio is a ratio to measure the company's ability to fulfill the company's long-term obligation. The indicator or proxy that I use for measure solvability ratio is capital adequacy ratio. And Pratiwi 2022 states that if a bank has a high capital adequacy ratio, it is safer from bankruptcy. And this is a research hypothesis of the effect of solvability toward profitability. The solvability ratio determines whether the company can fulfill all debts with the guarantee of the total assets owned, stated by Yasin and Visabila 2021. One of the ratios used to measure the level of solvability is the capital adequacy ratio. The higher the capital adequacy ratio value achieved by a bank, the better the bank's performance in protecting its customers. This can increase customer trust in the bank and increase company profitability. The previous research states that the capital adequacy ratio variable has a significant and positive effect on profitability, states by Ningsi and Ilhami 2023 and Wardana and Setiadi 2023. And another one, previous research states that the capital adequacy ratio variable has no effect on profitability, states by Widya Stuti and Aini 2021 and Putrianingsi and Yulianto 2016. And so hypothesis 2, our solvability has a significant positive effect on the profitability of rural bank or BPR in Tangerang Regency. The next one is company size. Company size is scale of the size of the bank, which can be classified in several ways, such as total assets, sales, share market value, lot size, and others, states by Kamisa et al. 2020. The indicator that I use or proxy that I use to measure company size is logarithm times total asset. Kamisa et al. 2020 states company size is a scale of the size of bank, which can be classified in several ways, such as total assets, sales, and share market value, lot size, and others. And the third research hypothesis for company size moderates the relationship between liquidity toward profitability. One way to determine the size of a company is to look at the assets it owns. The large size of the company has an impact on the ease of obtaining funds to develop the company and gain the trust of customers. Meanwhile, other larger companies cannot easily increase or decrease rates on their banking products because they have to pay attention to rates from other competitors. Therefore, the company profitability may decrease. The previous research states that the company size variable has a significant and positive effect on profitability, states by Asutingningsih and Bhaskara 2019 and Juniawan 2022. And the other one previous research states that the company size variable has a negative effect on profitability, states by Agni-Tama et al. 2021 and Pradanimas and Sucipto 2022. So the hypothesis 3, our company size strengthens the influence of liquidity on the profitability of Rola Bank or BPR in Tangerang Regency. And the fourth of research hypothesis is company size moderates the relationship between solvability toward profitability. Capital adequacy ratio is a financial ratio that measures banking capital, where the amount of a bank's capital will influence whether or not a bank can afford it. Previous research states that the capital adequacy ratio variable has a significant and positive effect on return on asset, states by VMS et al. 2022, Anissa et al. 2022, and Ardiani 2023. The other one is previous research states that the capital adequacy ratio variable has a negative effect on return on asset, states by Nur Afia 2021 and Astohar and Sumiati 2019. So the hypothesis 4 is company size strengthens the influence of solvability on the profitability of Rola Bank in Tangerang Regency. And this is the hypothesis framework. And these slides are about explain research method. The first one is analysis unit. Analysis unit in this research is Rola Bank in Tangerang Regency. And population, Rola Bank in Tangerang Regency registered with the OJK website for the 2019 until 2022 period. And the data collection, secondary data access via the Otoritas Jasa Keuangan or OJK website. And the sample was selected using the purposive sampling method. And this is the sample criteria. The first one, conventional Rola Bank registered with OJK for the 2019 until 2022 period are 25. And then conventional rural bank don't publish a no financial report on the OJK website for the 2019 until 2022 period, -4. And conventional rural bank registered with the OJK website for the 2019 until 2022 period, which have a negative ROA in their annual financial reports, -8. And total sample use are 13. The number of observation are 4 years, so the total observation in this research are 13 times 4 years equals 52. And these are operationalization of variable. The dependent variable of this research is return on asset or ROA. Equal ROA equal net income divided by total asset. And the independent variable of this research is cash ratio and capital adequacy ratio. Cash ratio equal cash plus activa plus current liability times 100%. And the capital adequacy ratio is modal per ATMR times 100%. Capital adequacy ratio equals equity divided by ATMR times 100%. And the moderation variable of this research is size equal logarithm times total asset. And the analysis techniques that I use for this research, the first one is descriptive statistical analysis. Descriptive statistical analysis consists of mean, variance, standard deviation, maximum, minimum, range, skewness, kurtosis, and sum. And then panel data model estimation method. The regression models calculation uses three approaches, namely common effect model, fixed effect model, and random effect model. And selection of estimated panel data regression models. This model use Chow test, Hausman test, and Lagrange multiplier test. And test analysis requirement. Selection of panel data regression model estimate using the Chow test, Hausman test, and Lagrange multiplier test. And classic assumption test. The classical assumption test is needed when using the linear regression analysis method that measure by multicollinearity test, heteroscedasticity test, and autocorrelation test. And the last one is hypothesis testing. To find out the relationship between the independent variable and the dependent variable by Navier partial test or t-test, and determination coefficient test or R-squared test. So that's all for my presentation. I would like to apologize if there's a mistake in my presentation. Thank you.